anybody out there? Welcome to your Power Flow with Kiki. We've got just under an hour, so we'll get into the practice pretty quickly. If you're new to practicing with me, it's nice to virtually meet you. I hope that you enjoy our flow. If you're new to practicing yoga and you just had time to be able to join us for this practice, it's my intention to make everything accessible to you guys. So do what you can. You don't have to do everything. And if you're practicing in the safety of your own home space, then just do what feels most comfortable. And if that's not everything, no stress. Yeah? So cool to see you all there. Hey, Sue. Okay, we're gonna get started in child's pose. Notice that I have 2 yoga mats and you might have just one. That's all you need. No props for this practice, really. Just come as you are. But I'll do my best to try to move around so that you get a good view of what's happening. Yeah? Child's pose, 5 breaths. Coming up into downward facing dog, and just give yourself some time to move it around, walk it out, lift a leg if that's calling to you, spin an ankle, shake it out all the way down to your head and your neck. And then find some stillness where you can ground the feet and the hands for a few breaths. Eyes are open so you can see your feet active through the toes. And then take a look forward to your hands. Big step, right foot, left foot to the top of your space. Hands can come up onto your shins. Take a half lift. Make sure you've given yourself some distance away from your phone so that you can maintain a focus here. As we fold forward, drop the head, ragdoll. Give it a little shake. Activate those feet again. Press down into the floor and get ready to roll up. Reach up through the arms. Big stretch here. Use the eyes. Look up. And then hands to heart center. You guys can keep facing the same direction. And I'm going to take a turn just over to the right side. We'll move through some sun salutations. So standing again, strong on the floor, active through the legs, arms reach up, inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Shake out the head and the neck, let go of your morning. Take a half lift, head above the heart. And then with hands to the mat, let's find high plank pose. Really do your best here to feel grounded, stable, and if that means you drop the knees to the mat, find a little bit more tension in the belly, that's all good. Take a breath in your high plank pose, and then lower your body down. We'll try a few back bends. First one, little bitty cobra. Lift up the chest. Take the chin back, and then if it's comfortable, lift up the eyes, look up, and then let that one go. We'll try another one. Hands down firm onto the floor, legs together. And we'll take an inhale towards a high cobra. Maybe notice there's still some softness in your elbows, no pain in the back. Chin back, chest up, look up, and then let that one go. If those 2 felt groovy, you can stick with one of them. Otherwise, we're gonna go for a big upward facing dog. Press the tops of the feet, hands down, straighten the arms, lift up to look up. Make your way to downward facing dog and exhale. Move it around, stretch it out, and breathe. Using the eyes, look forward, step forward, big step to the top of your mat and into your half lift. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale to your forward fold. Remember, legs are strong, so root down, rise up, big breath, inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Now we're just gonna pick one back bend that we like. Halfway lift, hands to the mat, high plank pose. And on your exhale, lower, with or without the knees. Find a back bend you like. I'm going for a big upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on the exhale. 3 breaths. Feel the heat start to build. Settle the eyes, drishti to the fleet. And then look forward and step forward. Big step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We're gonna go through a few more times. Inhale, root to rise, arms overhead, look up. Exhale, fold forward, come all the way down. Your breath, your pace. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, high plank pose, and then lower down. Maybe find an option that works. Same on the back bend, feels good. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Don't worry about what postures you choose. Find a way to move through the practice that feels good for you. This is the journey into your own power. So find a little bit more intuitive guidance. Don't worry so much about what it looks like here. Eyes look forward. When you're ready, you're gonna travel forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift, one breath, one movement, exhale to fold. So big inhale, come all the way up. Big exhale, fold all the way down. Your breath, yogis, halfway lift, get long and strong in the belly. High to low plank, exhale. Find a back bend on the inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Play with your downward facing dog a little bit. If you notice you've got more space, take the hands forward, walk the feet back. If you're someone who really likes to straighten the legs, and that's always been important, maybe today try it with knees bent. Get a little more lift through the bum. Then take your eyes forward and travel forward, top of the mat. Halfway lift, fold forward. We're gonna switch it up a bit. Feet together, come to Utkatasana. Sun salutation B. Notice what it feels like in your shoulders and in your lower back. If you need to, drop the tail down, bend the knees more, and really squeeze the legs together. Still breathing. Take an inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift on the inhale. Vinyasa through, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Your flow, your pace in downward facing dog. See your feet and step the right foot forward, coming to warrior one. Back heel down, right knee bending, root to rise, come all the way up with the eyes, lift up, look up. Then plant the hands down. Take a vinyasa or skip it. Always yogi's choice. We come back to downward facing dog. Exhale. Left foot forward, big step. If it doesn't make it all the way there, grab it, bring it along for the ride. Back heel down, root to rise, warrior one. Take another breath. Sit low through that left knee, reach up. Look up. Hands to the mat. Find your option for vinyasa. If you're new to vinyasa, these movements don't make sense or they don't feel good. The intention is to stay breathing. You guys just exploded with a bunch of hearts there. Put another heart if you're new to vinyasa. All right, downward facing dog. Have a look forward. If you're feeling really frisky and you've got the space, knees bent, booty high, take a little hop. See how far forward you can get. If you need to, walk yourself to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll try one breath, one movement. Feet together, Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, take your half lift. Hands to the mat, high to low plank. Exhale. Find your inhale, backward bending. Downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Right foot forward, warrior one. Inhale. Big stretch. Exhale through the flow. Find a rhythm. Let yourself move at your own pace, own time. Left leg side. Step forward. Big step. Get it where it needs to be. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, find the back bend, feels good. Downward facing dog, exhale. We're gonna try that sequence one more time. Settle into the breath. Shake out any bits. Look forward, travel forward. Top of the mat, inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. High to low plank. Find your backward bend, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Feeling warm? Yeah. Shake out through the hips. Feet might come a little closer together. Take up your right leg side. And just play with it. How high can you lift the right leg without feeling any pain? Do you like to come up onto the left tippy toes? That can be cool. Some friends are gonna bend the knee and open the hip. And if you have the space, if you feel motivated, you can take that right foot all the way over to the floor and flip towards a wild thing. Chest up, open up, reach up. And then back onto both hands. Drop the right knee below the right hip and swing that right foot behind you for support. We're gonna modify this shape, side plank pose, so let your left foot get grounded, press through the foot, reach up through the left hand side. This can be great for building strength in the wrists. So friends who are new to vinyasa, you're noticing the wrists a little uncomfortable, press into the right knee and squeeze the floor with your right hand. Your right hand shouldn't be bearing too much weight, so if you like to play with it, see if you can come onto the fingertips, belly strong, and eventually you don't need the right hand at all. Right knee is below the right hip. Stacked, clear. Let's come back into downward facing dog and exhale. Same on the left leg side, so lifting, maybe elevating the bottom heel, playing with a little bit of movement, just enough. And if you feel cold, you can flip this dog over to a wild thing. Second side, rotating over the right hand strong, hips up, chest up, and keep reaching up with that top left arm. Breathe. Then come back onto the left hand. Left knee drops down below the left hip, and we swing this left foot out like a kickstand. Drop the right back heel. Body comes into a modified side plank pose. Play with the strength, the grip onto the floor of the bottom hand. Feel that strength into the belly and the legs. Take an option, one more breath. Maybe try lifting the left hand up. Then bringing it back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through the nose. Nice open mouth exhale. Inhale, lift up through your right leg side, and we're gonna step forward, big step. So remember, if it doesn't get there, bring it there. High crescent lunge, back heel lifted, arms come up. And when the arms come up, you can play with different shapes, like bending the elbows, pulling the front of the ribs in, and really expressing out from heart center. And we're gonna take hands to that heart center and twist over the right knee. Back leg is either lifted and strong, or you drop the left knee down, twist, twist, twist a little bit, just till it feels nice. When you untwist, lift the back left knee, high crescent lunge, inhale, and we're gonna open to a warrior two on the exhale. Yeah, bend into that knee, sit a little bit lower, arms nice and firm, eyes over the right fingertips. Then drop the right forearm, right thigh. For your supported side angle, you're gonna reach through that left arm, bicep next to the ear. One of our teachers described it during a practice earlier last week. You don't want the arm to shadow your face. So as you start to look up, pull back. Same action through the front of the ribs. Squeeze in without holding your breath. If you can, lean back, rotate the eyes, look up. And then we're going to take the eyes, look down around the vinyasa. Or downward facing dog. Yogi's choice. 3 breaths either way. Settle into the rhythm of your breath. Refocus the eyes. We're going to do the same thing on the left side, but I'm going to switch my orientation so you get a little different view. From downward dog, lift the left leg. Step the left foot forward, high crescent lunge. So back leg firm, body comes up, arms up, all the way. Yeah, play with the variations of opening the heart, chest, but keeping the belly tight. Yeah, structurally sound in the abdominals. Hands come to your heart. Twist it over the left side. And if you need to, drop the back knee. If you're feeling inspired, you want to open the arms, go for a bigger twist. Twist, twist. Come through center, right knee lifts, high lunge to warrior 2. This time when you see warrior 2 front on, notice that knee is tracking over the toes. So on your own mat, in your own body, have a look. Left knee bending, but I can still see my left big toe. Then with the arms reaching out, look straight over the middle fingertips. Boom, focus, warrior. Drop that left forearm, left thigh, and sweep with the right arm side, and then just kind of play with it. Are you pushing the booty back, chest forward? Could you find a little bit more structure in the belly to hug in, squeeze in, and then express out? Maybe lift up, look up through the eyes. Last breath. When you look down, hands down, take your flow, back to downward facing dog. Shake out the head and the neck. Let this be a place where you can recover, even if it's not resting. And then eyes look forward. Make your way to the top of your mat. Sound effects help. Halfway lift into a forward fold. Shake out the head and the neck. Feet come together. Utkatasana, chair pose. Yeah. We're going to stay with a little bit more twisting. Remember, in this shape, hug in, pull in, and then lift up. Big expression of the chair pose. Hands come to your heart. Let's twist towards the right. 3 breaths. Playful with the twist. Friends who have the arm balance practice might be taking this further into side crow. 1 more breath to really rinse out that old stale air. Come back to the center and fold, exhale. We're going to split the feet apart, about hip bone distance. And if you like a measure, 2 fists in between your 2 big toes. You're going to take your peace fingers around those 2 big toes and make a hook. Body can lift up, lengthen through the chest. Fold forward on your exhale. Instead of pulling the toes up, press the feet down into the floor and lift up from the hips. Lengthen the hamstrings. Really feel that stretch through the back of the body. Relax your neck for 1 more breath. Release the hands, feet in, and we'll try Utkatasana again. Chair pose with a twist to the left side. So hands at your heart. Take that twist, hook, lift, full expression. 3 breaths. Get that last breath nice and juicy in the twist. Come back to center. Fold forward on the exhale. So again, when you take the feet apart, find the distance relative to your body, your hips, and peace fingers around your 2 big toes, or hand balancing friends who want a little more stretch. Fingers underneath the feet, toes all the way up into the wrist. Fold low, hips high. Good, release the hands. We're gonna take a little break from the hands and bring it down into the feet. Playing with our balance, feet together, big toes touch. Bend the knees, sit low. And take the right arm underneath the left arm, eagle pose. You can wrap the elbows. Try to reach for the hand, whatever you can grab. If it's possible, hands all the way together. And if not, just reach back, grab the shoulders. Right leg is gonna lift up and over the left leg side. And this is where it gets really good to find one point of focus that's not moving. Focus the eyes. Feel into that base leg foot. If you can, take that right foot, spin it, wrap it in behind the left leg side. Breathe. More intensity here. Feeling the balance with each breath. If we can, let's keep it in Utkatasana. Back to your chair pose. Left side eagle, wrap, elbows, twist all the way to the wrists. Mindful of the shoulders, let's lift up left leg all the way around if you can, double wrap to the toes. That doesn't feel good on the knee, no stress. Working to sit low, but then also remembering to express out from the heart. Lift the chest, yeah, a little smile. Take one more breath. You guessed it, back to Utkatasana. Feet in, arms up, reach up. Good news, this time we get to stand up tall, relax the hands down. Give a little shake to the shoulders. Feel your feet press down. Breathe. For more balance, let's try right leg lifting with a bend at the knee. And I'm going to invite you to just hang on to the right knee side. Friends with a bit more flexibility, peace fingers to the right big toe and extend out. Either way, you're working to find belly strong, standing leg grounded. And then whatever shape you've got going on, right leg, open it out to the side. If you need better balance, left arm reach in the opposite direction. Yeah, if you're feeling real good, move the eyes to look over towards your left hand. Catch a breath. Come back to the center with everything. Eyes, arms, legs. Drop both hands down, kick right leg out. Kick, kick, kick. Touch my toes, kick it. And then point it back. As you point it back, lean in like an airplane. If you don't have the balance and you notice there's a little bit of turbulence, no stress. Hands come down, body sets up. Then lift your hands towards heart center. Try again. Find that same action from a backward bend to lift through the chest. Kick through that right leg back. Take one more breath here. And then fold. Feet to the floor, hands down, shake it out. Move the hips, move the shoulders, relax the head. Remember, we want to be in flow for these balancing postures. So feet to the floor, straight legs, this time body rises up. Arms up, reach up. And on the exhale, drop the hands down. Moving it on to the other side, right foot gets grounded firm to the mat, left leg lifts up. Here's what it looks like with peace fingers to big toes, taking a simple bind and extending through the leg. So whether you've got legs straight or knee bent, open it out to the side. Try to feel the same integrity from the floor to the core, belly tight, but don't hold your breath. Let it breathe. Let it move. Allow yourself to be even a little messy in the expression. Smile. As you come back to the center, we're going to see if we can keep this left leg super strong. Let go of the bind, no hands. Keep it strong all the way to the legs. Feel your toes, toes, yeah. Breathe. And then point it back, airplane pose. Notice if you go a little lower in the chest, what happens. Can you hug the front of the ribs in? This time, maybe even cactus the arms to lift the heart up. Chin still pressing back into the throat, so neck is long. Soft eyes. Take one more breath. Really feel yourself teetering at that edge, and then fold. Let it go. Feet down. Give a little sway. Shake out the head and the neck. Moving the feet a little wider apart, turn the toes out. Let's sit in Malasana. And just notice if you were really gripping the floor with the feet, and if the toes need a little extra love, moving from side to side, relaxing the shoulders, the upper body. Hands to heart center works great. Elbows press the knees away and heart lifts. But if the hands still want to break, drop the arms. Lift from that core strength through the chest, chin back, all the way to the top of your head. When we're ready to let this one go, we'll drop the hands down, lift the hips up, and bring the feet in for Tadasana. Root down to rise up, arms reach up. Couple more balancing postures in sequence. Let's take the right hand down, reach back, grab hold of the right foot. You guys stay there. If you look at the posture from the side, I've let the right hand come out, palm face up, and I'm reaching down to grab the right foot. Left arm is long and strong. So as I start to kick, 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 I get a little bit of that back bend action. And then play with it. Body leans down, leg kicks up. Body leans down, kick up a little bit more. Body leans down, look forward. One more kick. Come back to stand on both feet. Tadasana. Same other side. Arms can start overhead. Drop the left hand down. Reach back, grab that left foot, ankle inside. Roll the shoulder, and then start to kick. Once you feel like you can't kick anymore, bring the body down, leg lifts. Body down, leg lifts. Body down, leg lifts. What does it look like if you get a little messy, if you go outside of that space where you're comfortable, and then you let it go? One more standing balance posture. Let's see if we can get through this. Ground through the feet, lift up the chest. Bring the right foot to the inside of left thigh, tree pose. If you like it, hands to heart center. If it's not working, try foot below the knee. Soften through the hips, lift through the chest, and then leave the hands where they are or extend fully. Reach up. Be big and bold in your expression of your tree pose. If you like more challenge, you can look up. Leave the legs with the breath, hands to heart center, exhale. Can you take the right foot off the left leg, bring it forward, inhale. Kick back into that modified airplane as you exhale. Hands stay to the heart, find your balance. We're gonna open it to the right side for Ardha Chandrasana, so turn the right toes out, left hand reaching down. You don't have to touch the floor. You could use a block, you could use a water bottle, you could get creative, use the pet that's been bothering you this whole time that you're practicing at home. Give it one more breath. Back to Tadasana, exhale. Shake out any tension from the shoulders. Notice if the heart is racing, breath is panting. Yeah, it's good. You have one more side. So find that left leg side in tree pose. Take your option, high or low, hands towards your heart. If you want to play with cactusing the arms, finding a little bit more expression in the backward bend, go for it. This is your practice. Once you have the breath, exhaling, bring hands back to heart center. Let that left leg release forward, inhale, and then kick it towards your airplane pose, exhale. Be in flow. Feel powerful in the transitions, especially the tough ones. Worst thing that happens, you fall out, you try again. As you start to turn, open towards the left side. Let the left toes lead the way. Open through the hips, the chest, the whole body expressing. What is your possibility right here, yogis? Take an extra breath, even if that's the hardest thing you can do right now. And then let it go, fold forward. Awesome effort. At the top of your mat, give a little wiggle. Move the feet, the ankles, the calf muscles might feel tight. Pedal out, heels. Relax, toes. Drop your head, fold. Take a half lift when you're ready. We're back onto the hands. maybe you're hanging back a little bit less confident after the balancing postures. Yeah. Push yourself forward, shoulders over the hands. Grip into the floor super tight. Legs squeeze together in high plank pose, feeling strong. Take an option for your vinyasa. You can drop knees down or exhale chaturanga. Inhale, find the back bend of your choice. Exhale to downward facing dog. Give it a breath. Move it around. Feet closer together. Let's come back and play. Right leg lifting all the way up. Taking it up and opening it up. Maybe you weren't so sure about it at the beginning and now you're ready to flip that dog towards wild thing. Hips, heart, all the way to the top of your head. Breathe. Back onto both hands. We're gonna move to side plank, right hand side. You're welcome to drop the right knee or both legs straight and strong. Chest lifts up. Reach up all the way through that left hand, top side. Inhale. With the exhale, vinyasa through. You guys stay there. You'll get a little different view if I turn one more time. Left leg lifted high. All the way up. And then be at play with your expression. Friends who are comfortable, this can go further. Right? Wild thing, wheel pose. Friends who are a little unsure, find that confidence to move over your right hand. Big expression as you lift up. Open up. Be bold. Back onto both hands. High plank pose. And then one more time onto the left hand, left side plank pose now. Find the belly. Feel all that work from the feet all the way to the core, through the top of your head. If you can, look up. Take a round of vinyasa when you're ready. Downward facing dog. Yeah, let your knees drop down. Settle back, sit on the heels. Chest lifts, roll out the shoulder. Breathe. A nice stretch to the front of the shins, the ankles, maybe movement through the hands, the wrists. Facing any direction you want, eyes blink open, we'll come onto the knees. And hands to the lower back, we'll find a little bit more backward bending in camel pose. You can spread the feet. If the knees are healthy, tucking the toes is sometimes a good option. But I prefer tops of the feet down so that I can really press down through my whole shin. Hands onto the hips but light. Hips forward, lift the chest up. This action I've been talking to, maybe for some of you it makes sense now, to draw the chin back and lift up from the chest, sternum bone. Sometimes we have a tendency to throw the head back and creep the neck. So chin back, chest up, and you can still look up as you go back. Good, relax that posture, hips back onto the heels, sit. If this doesn't work for you, cross-legged also can. Relax the shoulders. We're gonna try that back bend one more time. And really the intention is not how deep can you go, but how much sensation can you get out of that shape, yeah? Knees about as wide as your hips, feet find their position, hands stay so that as you pull back chest up, your elbows disappear behind you. Hips forward, lift, hips forward, still lifting. Maybe you drop the hands back towards your heels and you stay lifted, not by dropping the head back, but by looking up. Eyes up, go up, get lighter in your hands because you're stronger in your legs and the belly is still soft enough that you can breathe. Hands come back to the hips, head up, and then relax, sit towards the heels. It's the same exact shape when we move it onto the back and we go for a bridge pose. So as you lie down, feet to the floor, knees bent, hands reach towards the heels, and you might start to feel your shoulders like they're pulling in underneath you. Keeping integrity through the core, press down into the shoulders and the feet. lift up from the hips. With the exception of what's happening in head and neck, this is essentially the same shape as your camel pose. So feel it. Build your confidence here. Breathe. And then when you're ready to relax, hips down, open with feet together, knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, 3 breaths. Take the hands in, lift the knees towards the chest, give a little squeeze, roll around. Roll it up and down the length of your spine, find some momentum, feel a gentle massage. And if you can, pull yourself all the way up to sit tall. Moving hands down, stepping feet back, downward facing dog. We're gonna finish out this sequence with a little hip opening. So right knee to the back of your right wrist, pigeon pose. Let that back leg really scoot back. If you can, move the hands back, lift the chest up. And then when you're ready, take that length and fold forward down over the right leg. As low as you want to go, maybe adding in a variation for a twist, working with other variations for the back bend if you're feeling groovy there. We'll hang out here for about half a minute with the intention of opening space in the hips, the low back. Yeah, if you've ever been curious about setting an intention at the beginning of practice, that can be nice. Maybe dedicating the energy of your practice to someone or something greater than yourself. And then within each posture, it can also be interesting to invite an intention, just to see where it's going. So with the intention of opening, let's stay on the right leg side, lift the body back up to your half pigeon, and swing this left leg around, sound effects, double pigeon pose. You're gonna take left foot ankle over the right knee, and if you're new to this posture, it's quite common to see this shape. Left knee lifted. So lift it, like hang on to it with your left arm, work to find integrity in the belly. The intention is opening, not to already be open. You're a little bit more mobile. And the knees fall, legs stack. You can add a forward fold. One of my very favorite ways to go about this posture is with hands behind the back, chest forward and dropping my head down. I'm gonna pull the hands together, lift up, and opening all the way into the shoulders and the upper back. And when you come to sit up, if that was a little intense, if it caused you anything more than just discomfort, don't be discouraged. We swing that left leg back around, downward facing dog it. You got a lot of energy in the middle of your day, take a round of vinyasa. Maybe it's just enough to bend the knees, shake out hip space. We'll take the left leg forward for half pigeon pose. So here's the option, right? Half pigeon pose feels good. You know for your body half pigeon pose is enough. Stay here. Fold forward, find a similar variation to the right side, or be bold enough to do something different on the left side because that's what's most appropriate for you. Notice how you're holding space when there's not a teacher there to keep you in integrity. How good are you at staying in integrity for yourself? And really, what does it matter? If our intention is opening and you are finding opening, hang out. Be in opening. If you want a little more, swing that back leg around, set up with integrity. So don't just anyhow make a shape, make the shape that moves with the intention. Ankle over the knee, feet are active. Can you see these active feet? Do you want to get weird for a minute? Take your hands, fingers into the toes and make those yogi toes happen. Yeah. Get in on the other side as well, why not? You've been washing your hands. You've been washing your feet, I hope. Allow yourself to find a little bit of love for your joint space, or do the same thing that you did on the other side. When you are ready to come out of your double pigeon, or whatever variation that you found, swing that right leg back and around. Hands down, press back, downward facing dog. Lower the knees, find your child's pose. As you lift yourself up out of this child's pose, I want to give us an opportunity to finish out with just 2 more sequences today. The first is to bring a little bit more rejuvenation into the body. The idea of rejuvenation, right, if we think of it in terms of like turning back time, creating a youthfulness and a play energy in our practice, for me that speaks to inversions. Depending on your experience with inversions and how comfortable you feel, the space that you have to practice in at home or wherever you are tuning in from, you are welcome to play with any version of an inversion that you like. And for friends who are keen to stick with me, we're going to come onto the back and work a shoulder stand. So here's how. Same way that we set up for bridge pose, with a bend in the knees and the pressure from the shoulders, I'm going to give you one more element, and that's kind of making the arms bend like robot arms to really press down and lift up from the chest. The idea is not to come off of the back, because the back is your structure and your support, but we really want to make sure that we've got that chin into the neck feeling, so the spine is long all the way through the back of the neck, and even if you can imagine through the top of your head. If you're new to the practice, this might be enough. Lifting the legs overhead and just playing with the balance of maintaining core strength as you try to build that upper body muscle memory. Friends who are pretty good here, comfortable in the spine and making sure there's no discomfort in the neck, press down into the shoulders to lift up not just the chest but the hips. Hips up, and you catch them with your hands. And then take control of the legs as you walk your hands up the back or down the back. Keep the legs in integrity. Pull the belly in and the chest lifts. Notice, how's the neck, the throat? Can you still breathe? Yeah, can you swallow? And then where's your focus? Look to the feet. If you're trying to watch someone else come into the posture, then get yourself there and find that focus for yourself, your practice. If you want more stretch, more sensation, hips are high and you're comfortable, take the feet overhead for a plow pose. Just notice how that feels. Hands can stay with the hips. More mobility in the shoulders, hands can release. Come back to that intention of playful energy. If there's any struggle, if you are not digging this, do it in a different way. Be willing to change direction. Let go of your plans and your expectations. 3 breaths. Friends who are handstanding, headstanding, maybe you walked away to make yourself a cup of coffee, come back. Find child's pose. Friends with me, hands return to the hips, and we can simply guide the hips down, all the way down until we find the floor. And let the legs follow all the way down until they find the floor. And if just laying on the floor is good enough for you on your Wednesday afternoon, do it. If you want a little different counter pose, maybe feeling tension through the front of your chest, slide your hands in underneath your hips, elbows press down and lift up through the chest, lift up through the chin, and this time let your head drop back, fish pose. recovery posture, coming out of the shape. Child's posers, you can take a seat up. Friends on the back, you can roll over to the side and sit up. Allow yourself a moment for the spine to feel more level and long. If sitting on the heels is still appropriate, right hand comes behind the hips towards the floor, and we're gonna twist towards the right side. So just keep it really simple. If sitting cross-legged is a better option for you, cross-legged, twist in the same direction. Yeah, if you're still lying on the floor, I see you. Just take a twist on the floor. Breathe. And come back to the center. Twist it in the opposite direction. Coming back to the center and finding a way to ground yourself, seated or lying down. Maybe letting the eyes close for a moment and considering that everything we've just done together has been done. Now, whatever you have left to do in your day, give yourself the opportunity of setting intention so that you don't have to simply be in your yoga practice on your Instagram live, moving and sweating and breathing, but you can be in your yoga, whatever comes your way. I'll take this opportunity to close the class by bringing my hands together in a gesture of gratitude to you, recognizing your efforts and your willingness to show up. Looking forward to connecting with some of you in a moment. I'll bow my head now and say namaste. So this is the time in the practice where I get to come a little closer and yeah, have a chat with you. Ooh, here I am. Oh, I'm real close. Yeah, hi. Hey, Vanilla X Swan. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them now. Yeah, namaste to all of you guys. We want to make this platform as accessible for you guys as possible, and we also recognize that everybody has a different preference for what they want to see. Hi, Christy, thanks for joining. And what they want to do. Core class, please, already done. So cute. Okay, core class, understand. Yeah, I've missed you guys too. Maybe you're curious, I was away and then I came back, but I didn't get to come back to teaching. Yeah, so I'm really happy to be able to connect with you guys in this new sense of normalcy. Hey Bev, hey, say hi to your mom. Aw, yeah. I also want to get a shout out. Yeah, so these classes are live. Everybody's pretty jazzed about that. A new experience for me, for sure, stepping outside of my comfort zone and speaking to a mostly empty room. But I enjoyed, yeah, sweating along with you guys. The next practice that we have live is going to be at 4 p.m. Gabrielle is teaching yoga for neck and shoulders. And that means you guys have a little break to, you know, do some other stuff. And oh, hi Candace, there she is. And any requests that you guys have, I hear you all want core classes. You realize I have to practice the class as well, right? And teach it. And I don't know if some of you saw how sweaty I got, but yeah, I'm a sweaty baddie. Core class, we'll see how we can do. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Asia Square Tower. Well, when we get back to things, who knows what will happen with the schedule. You guys might see me at Asia Square Tower. Do you do rocket? No, I've done a rocket, but we've got Mimi. I think Miriam also can teach rocket yoga. We can do rocket. Yeah, I'm glad that you got a sweat. Jeanette, I'm just gonna call you guys by your Instagram. Hot 26, so cute. Yeah. Yeah, we could do a Hot 26. We could get some space heaters in here. how to fix back pain. I think Banu is teaching some Iyengar yoga. If you're working with some back pain, I know one of the biggest things about like working from home is that you might be at a desk that's not your normal desk. You might be having to deal with like working from a laptop or working, with kids that are around that expect to be picked up all the time. So I would definitely say check out some of our healing classes, some of our yin classes. Yoga for neck and shoulders might surprise you. At 4 p.m. it might actually sort out whatever's going on in your lower back as well. It's all connected. Yeah, don't forget in this time of social distancing, yogis, that we are all connected. We're still here. I can almost reach out and touch you, but from a very safe social distance. Oh, hi, Anne. Long time no see. Oh, thanks. That's sweet, Stacy. I hope you guys know how excited I was to be here with you guys, but also it gave me a little bit of nerves. I felt like a new teacher again, going into classes, and just that uncertainty. And it's all good because I love this practice. I love sharing this practice with you guys. And we'll do it even if we don't have 4 walls and a studio floor to stuff you all in. I think that the practice stays live for 24 hours, and then we might be able to share it on, or I might be able to share it on my platform as well. So oh, you're so sweet. Love you too. So you guys will be able to get a taste of all of the classes. If you can't stuff them into one 24-hour period, you guys can plan out what we've got. And you can send messages directly to Pure. You can send messages directly to me. I'm not sure if they've got my handle here, but I am KK, just the 2 letters, KK Yoga Lifter. And so you can find me through Pure. You can find me after the class and connect with me if you have specific questions that you don't want to shout out on the live stream. I'm glad that you found the instructions clear. Well, that's great. That's good. I wish that we could flip the screen back around on you guys so that I could see you all practicing too. But I had a really fun time practicing with you. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna sign off now. Can't wait to see you back at the studio. Yes, we will be back. Don't stress. But if you do stress, just do more yoga. And then if your yoga is making you stress, you're doing it wrong. Just kidding, you can't get it wrong, it's yoga. Getting fat, work from home. I don't know if I believe it, but like get fat, whatever, it's okay. Be sad, and then come back and we'll do it all again. All right, guys, namaste. Sending you lots of love and healthy vibes. See you next time.